Hi there. Hi, and welcome to today's daily reading. And it's a bit later than usual, but that's okay. It's for the 10th of, oh no, it's the 11th of December today, 11th of December. So a little bit different. I am going to read what is on today's date from this calendar. I Can Do It by Louise. So this is 2023's version, and I do have 2024's version for myself because I quite like to rip off the pages each day. And I keep all the pages that I rip off. They come in handy for when you need a positive quote to stick on something, if you're running a workshop. They're really quite handy. I know I'm a bit of a saver, a bit of a hoarder. So today's reading is about gratitude, okay, for the 11th of December. And it says, I am filled with gratitude for all the blessings I am showered with on a daily basis. And yes, I've spoken about gratitude a lot this last few days, but gratitude really struck me on Saturday when I was not feeling very grateful. We were in the emergency room and we were waiting hours and hours and hours. I think I spent 12 hours there, and there was a point in the afternoon where I began to grumble in my head about the length of time that we were waiting, and nobody had come in for 3 or 4 hours, and it just seemed like ridiculous. And then I looked at the trolley bed that my hubby was lying on and thinking, okay, you at least have a trolley bed. We at least have 4 walls. We have an IV pump. We have IV fluids. We have IV drugs. We actually have people out there, if we needed them, that we could call. And it was a real switch for me to go from that grumbling in my head, the ingratitude, if you like, or not being grateful for what we had, to realizing how much we had in that hospital. Even if it wasn't up to my nursing standards, we had it, and there's so many places in the world at the moment that don't have that don't have a safe space where people can receive care. They don't have anyone to give them care. And when there is someone to give them care, there's nothing to give them care with. So I really have been thinking about gratitude these last couple of days. Very grateful for the little progresses, very grateful for every little thing. I have been feeling dizzy today, and yet I am focusing on gratitude, the gratitude of being able to notice that, the gratitude of being able to explore it, the gratitude of having my bat flower remedies to experiment with, to try to get rid of that dizziness. There's just so much that if we look around, there's always something, even in terrible situations. We're still breathing. If we're able to complain, we're still breathing. So being grateful for our breath, and being grateful for the realization of that breath, being grateful for something. And it's just that switch that happens when you can do that. You go from this grumbling, moany, I'm going to complain, I'm going to write a letter about this, to someone who feels so grateful and ends up buying some donuts for the nurses. Even though they were not up to my standard, even though they were not interested, but they were there. They were there. They were doing a job that can be a very difficult job to do, especially when you're understaffed and very busy. It was a hugely busy place, and we were so grateful that we ended up in a quiet room, for those hours. We weren't stuck in a waiting room. He wasn't stuck in a wheelchair. He was able to rest and have what he needed. And I am just very grateful, and I am focusing on gratitude. And I'm just wondering if you maybe can find something positive to switch to if you're feeling negative. I've spoken before about me getting into victim mode and moaning. If you're having a moany day today, think of something that you have that you could be grateful for. Something tiny, but something that brings you gratitude. Okay, 5 minutes are up. I will wish you a great rest of your day wherever you are. Namaste, and I will see you tomorrow.